Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest. We always hear this part of the Holy, Holy acclamation before the consecration of the bread and wine during the Eucharist. And it is the highest praise we could offer to God who comes to join us in our midst. He is present, truly and real in the bread and wine that we share. He gives his body and blood to feed us in our hunger. He is our food for the journey. In short, he gives himself for you and I because he wants to walk with us. Admittedly, we need his presence more today as we begin our Holy Week journey, because it will be a tough week to contemplate how Jesus, God-man, hailed as King on a Palm Sunday, then after 5 days nailed among thieves. What has he done to deserve such crucifixion? Why did God choose to die on that cross? And how could we stay by his side, whether crowned king or crucified as a criminal? Dear friends, have you heard about the idea, begin with the end in mind? Yes, Jesus began his Holy Week with the Father's promised glory in his mind. He contemplated over God's plan of salvation and the human drama when confronted with sin and death. He knew who would run away when all went wrong, and how to comfort those who stayed but lost hope. Some disciples were even depressed because they did not understand what had happened to their friend Jesus. He allowed evil to happen so that the greatest good would prevail. He's coming back to life, as the Father has promised, his resurrection. Jesus begins his way to Calvary with humble obedience to God's will in his mind. His humility will also help us confront our own human conditions. A life with all its sorrows, pain, work, worries, anguish, anxiety, or their absence. He invites us to walk with him closely so that we can imitate his self-emptying attitude. Let us empty ourselves of our own wills and our desire to control our own lives and the lives of others. This is not an invitation to a life of pain and misery, but to a life of deep freedom, peace, and happiness. St. Augustine believed that God is closer to me than I am to myself. True, because even in my sinful state, even in my dark nights, even in my restlessness, Jesus walks with me. His grace is real and sufficient for you too, to face suffering, sin, confusion, hope, faith, doubts, death, and redemption. May we change the way we walk with others because we have encountered Jesus who walks humbly with us. Hosanna in the highest.